Good morning, y'all. Back to my channel. I started a video, but my camera died, and now I gotta use my phone. But what I was saying in that video was, I woke up this morning and I started scrolling through YouTube shorts, and I got down a rabbit hole of controversial videos about LGBTQ plus and racism and all that, whatever. And I decided to, just tell my story. See, I can't be doing all of this because I'm using my little gimbal, and it likes to track whatever movement I make. So, anybody who knows me knows that I worked with the ED at the end for the United States Postal Service in Redlands, okay? It bothers me that employers constantly say in their... That's my daughter opening dog food. But it bothers me that employers constantly say that they have policies and procedures in place to prevent discrimination and harassment and retaliation against employees when they have disabilities or limitations or what have you. So, I have FMLA. Well, I had it last year. I don't have it this year because that's another story. I'll tell y'all why. But for the last 8 months, I've been fighting with the Postal Service and my postmaster because I feel like this lady, and I'm not going to use nice words because I don't like her, to save my life. And anybody who knows me knows that I'm genuinely a nice person. Genuinely, I'm a people person. I love you first before I hate you. And at this point, I do not like this lady. I could care less about her. She does not know how to do her job. She's very disrespectful, and her level of discrimination, racism, and disrespect is just intolerable. But I've been fighting with the post office for the last 8 months in an EEO claim because I feel like she is low-key racist, and she is not even low-key racist, high-key racist. But also she likes to use people's weakness for her ammo. Now, I have a attendance problem. I be coming to work late sometimes, and I be not coming sometimes too. But if I have FMLA and I don't come to work, that should be protected, right? That shouldn't warrant a text message from the postmaster saying, "Where were you today? You need to report to work tomorrow," regardless of, the fact that you called off using a federally protected reason, okay? Now, in the 10 years that I worked at the United States Postal Service, the one with the big blue bird, red, white, and blue, yes, all out there, my performance has never come under scrutiny. Why? Because someone like me that has borderline personality disorder, bipolar, PTSD, OCD, ADHD, the job as a carrier that I do actually helps me function, and I'll explain to you why. Every day I come to work, I get my mail. I do my job every day the same, in the same exact order, in the same exact way. Okay? It's like, I'm gonna use this basket for a reference, okay? Every day I come to work, my truck is empty. I put mail, packages, I put all type of stuff in my truck, okay? For my brain, that is a puzzle that needs to be solved. The puzzle is, we need to come back with an empty truck. Empty truck, right? So every day I come to work, I do that, and I do it well. I don't like my customers to call me and complain, which they all have my number. I don't like my customers to call the office and complain because, for one, I don't like making mistakes. But two, when they call the office and complain, the complaint never gets to me within a timely fashion for me to be able to rectify it in an effective time. You know what I mean? If you call the post office on a Monday and complain about something that happened last Thursday and they don't tell me till the following Friday, like, that bothers me because I feel like I could have rectified it in a shorter time to where that complaint wasn't outstanding and my customer wasn't left on hold, right? So I tell my customers all the time, here goes my phone number. If I ever do anything wrong, or you have a question, comment, complaint, suggestion, you need some type of accommodation, call me directly, because I'm gonna do it. Because I'm on salary, so it doesn't take me, it doesn't cost the post office more or less for me to be nice, okay? Or help you out. So that's why I give my number to everybody. But never in the 10 years has the quality of my work ever come under fire, under question, because from the day I started up until today, I have done nothing but get better. Okay? Like I don't even know, like I know my customers by their address. I know my customers by their first and last name. I know my customers by their shopping habit. Like if I have an overabundance of Target packages, I can tell you pretty much where they're going and in what season they're going. So I have a customer, I love her dearly, who is a Target connoisseur when it comes to the summertime. Why? Because she loves their try on. Like, let me try on this bathing suit and see if I like it for my family vacations or not, right? So I say all that to say, I be coming to work late sometimes because I cannot sleep, okay? Falling to sleep has never been a problem for me. Staying to sleep and get fully rested has always been the issue. I can lay in my bed at 9 o'clock and fall asleep by 9:15 and be up at 10 o'clock, wide awake, like nothing ever happened. And I've tried so many things. My doctor and I have tried sleeping pills, which they help me sleep, but then when I wake up, I feel like crap. So that didn't work. I've tried going to bed at different hours. That don't help. I tried going to bed super late. That, like, nothing helps. But if I go to work and I'm supposed to be to work at 8:45 and I get to work at 8:46, they want to write me up. And it pisses me off because, again, I've had conversations with everybody who is in charge, everybody over my head. I say, listen, I love my job. I do it better than a lot. But some days, I mean, I just come in and I'm tired. And even those days when I come in late and I'm tired, I still do a hell of a job. I still get done before other people, and I still give adequate service. You know what I mean? But for the last 8 months, I'm not going to even say 8 months. The last 2 postmasters that I've had have been straight trash. Bullshit. Okay? And let me tell you this. The reason why I classify both these ladies as bullshit is because, one, I am in a craft that not a lot of postmasters come into position have knowledge of the craft. Like in my office, there are, I want to say about 9 of us rural carriers. We don't operate the same as city carriers. We are salary. We are supposed to take every single piece of mail that we have at our case every morning and deliver it. No exceptions, no excuses. Yeah, so basically we are paid, we used to have mail counts where they count every piece of mail, every mileage, every step, every package, everything, and they formulate how our salary is supposed to go because they feel as though we are expected to do things in a different way than the city carriers. So when we get these postmasters that come into our office and don't know shit about shit when it comes to the rural craft, it pisses me off. But I still give grace. I still give, grace. And at the time, we had a union rep in our office, but she's now retired. But, we would explain to them gently, like, oh, we don't do things that way. Our contract says X, Y, and Z. These ego-driven, narcissistic ass trash people come in here and feel like as though that they can make their own rules, right? Now, again, I show grace to everybody because I need grace. Every single day I wake up and every single day I go to sleep, I need grace, okay? I'm not perfect. But what I can't tolerate is a person being ignorant to their job, ignorant to what they're supposed to do, ignorant to a craft and a contract that they're supposed to enforce, be rude and disrespectful, and then have the audacity to talk to their employees, and not even their employees, their subordinates, because baby, they don't pay me, their subordinates like crap. And I think in the last couple of years, I have reached the point of, I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm going to say what I want to say, and I'm going to express how I feel. Why? Because inside of me, I have been holding it in for so long. Mind you, I wasn't diagnosed with any of these mental illnesses until 2019 or 18, which falls in the timeline of me working at the post office. Now, I'm not going to say that the post office caused me to have a mind crack, but I feel like it played a big part in enhancing how everything affects me, okay? So let me reel it back in, because I can go off with a tangent on just how much I hate these just difficult ass people, right? Now, again, like I said, I show these people grace because if I go to find a new job tomorrow, I don't know how to do the job, and I'm going to need grace because I'm going to make mistakes. I'm going to not catch on as quickly. So I understand that. But if someone sits down with you and has a conversation and says, listen, this is the struggle that I face on a day-to-day. It does not affect me on how I do my job, nor does it affect how my customers receive great quality service. But just have a little grace, okay? Just give me a little leeway. I'm not trying to take advantage of you. If I say I'm coming in late, baby, it doesn't mean I'm coming in 3 hours late acting like I don't give a damn. It's because I'm late. I was tired. I woke up and I struggled to get adequate rest last night, but I'm still coming in to serve my position, to do my job. And I still got kids to drop off at school on the way. And that's a hell of a hiccup, because those are 3 other personalities that may have not rested well, that may have not, just may not be meshing well with mommy's morning personality, okay? So if I sit down and have that conversation with you, and I've had that conversation with the last 2 postmasters, because I'm trying not to call these ladies what I really feel about them. If I had that conversation with you from the jump, do not start to discipline me once you realize I'm also not the type of employee that you're going to talk to like shit and is not going to react. Because a grievance is not going to rectify how you treat me. I tried it. And the EEO is not going to rectify how you treat me. I didn't try this. So what's next, right? I done wrote to the district manager. Like, what do I have to do to get you to leave me the fuck alone so that I can do my job and my customers can be satisfied? Like, honestly, I get irate because I love my customers. I have been with my customers since some of my customers didn't even have kids, to now they have full families, to where I had a customer who was single who is now married with children. Like, I have been a part of my customers' lives, and I love to say that I am the silent fairy godmother, because I know when they have babies. I know when they're struggling. I know when they're going through a divorce. You can tell a lot about a person by their mail, but you can also tell a lot about a person when they talk to you almost every day for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years of your life. You know what I mean? So there are some times where I just know this person is going through a rough time. Let me pray harder. I don't got to be up in their face. I ain't got to be in their inboxes or text messages. I just know when I drive past this house today, I'm going to say an extra prayer for this customer because they may be having a hard time. But my customers are the bomb, because they are the same people that will say a prayer for me right in my face when I say I am not having a good day. When they text me and say, I have not seen you on your route for a while. What's going on? Those are the same people, right? So I do get worked up when I feel like I'm being prohibited from doing my job because of people abusing their power. There has been so many things that have gone on in the Redlands post office that I am going to expose and I'm going to talk about. But first, I'm going to take it to the higher ups, as high as I can get it. Like, I didn't went to the district manager. Obviously, that does not do anything. And the fact is, the district manager and the postmaster have the same last name and are, I believe, of the same ethnicity. So I don't even want to say, I don't want to assume that they're related, but the way that the Postal Service loves nepotism, favoritism, racism, narcissism, like I wouldn't put it past. So I'm going to the top because there have been a lot of things that have been going on in the post office in Redlands that could have been prevented in the last 8 months, that instead of worrying about that, the postmaster wants to worry about why I'm 2 minutes late. But all my mail is delivered in a timely fashion. No complaints are coming. But because she says shit to me in a disrespectful manner and I give her that same energy, oh, I'm writing you up because you're late today. Or I don't want to have to fire you. But wait, the funny thing is, I remember I didn't get paid for 6 weeks. And a lot of my customers are aware of this. You know what this lady says to me? Well, why are you living paycheck to paycheck? Where is your savings? Shit like that. And it boggles my mind how, like I said, I went down a rabbit hole of how everyone has a political stance on certain issues. Well, I'm taking a political stance today. The post office will no longer bully me because of my disability. And I say the post office because I feel like you are responsible for the people that you put in a place of power. Somebody needs to call you out in the fact that in the last 10 years, and I have coworkers who've been there more than 10 years. My auntie has been there over 30 years. The quality of management has been subpar for years. You guys are hiring and promoting people who don't know shit about shit, who get in charge and want to have pissing matches to measure whose dick is bigger, but don't even know how to do the job. And yes, I'm more vulgar than I hope to be in this video, but it just pisses me off because I genuinely love my customers to a fault, okay? So when I'm not there and I get text messages and emails about packages never showing up and things being returned, and I can't even blame the subs, but what the fuck? Stop bothering, harassing, bullying, and abusing your power against good carriers. Like, the post office needs a reform. Everybody is talking about Louis DeJoy when he got into office. When he got into position, the post office went to trash. No, baby. It's not him. It's the bullshit process that they use to promote. How can you be a boss? And I'm not saying that when you get promoted to every position that you have, you are going to have all knowledge. You're going to be all encompassing. No, that's not how it works. But let's get some psychiatric evaluations, some psychological evaluations done on the people before you promote them, because you cannot put a narcissist in a position of power and they be ignorant to the job and think that they're going to actually want to learn how to do the job. Okay. In the last 10 years, I have seen carriers go home and die, okay? And this is because we're overworked. I have seen people quit, good carriers quit, because the treatment and the stress is not worth sacrificing yourself to provide a good service. It's just not worth it. And I have seen some of the best seasoned carriers retire early because they refuse to work for these dipshit, newly promoted postmasters. And it saddens me because I think that I'm only a great carrier because of the great carriers that I worked under, that I came to know and love and to learn from. And if people like me and people like the generation of carriers that I come from, the younger generations that are actually good, start to quit, then the people behind us don't stand a chance. Because who are you going to learn from? The postmasters who don't even know how to do the job? The people that sit in the district offices that don't do nothing but be on telecoms but don't know how to do the job? Like, who? So I think my mission lately, as of lately, is going to be to advocate for the people at the post office who are trying to work and make a career out of a good job and come out on the other side still sane. Because, baby, I ain't sane. I feel like I'm not sane anymore. And I say that to say, in my home life, I'm good. I have a wonderful man in my life who is everything, okay? I have my kids. I have my psychiatrist, my psychologist, everything. That's my honey. Hi, babe. I'm gonna end this video right now.